Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've talked about pageants over here, but you guys have been watching the vlogs, so I know that there have been quite a few life changes going on at the moment, which is pretty evident obviously on the content that I've been posting. But I feel like I've missed talking about pageants so much. I know I've seen your comments, I've seen your DMs. Also, by the way, this is my first pageant video that I'm actually filming from New York right now. So hence the new location. I think you can see the buildings in the background, and I really hope that the lighting and the sound is all fine because obviously this is my first time filming in this setup. But maybe you'll see a couple of more videos, that is if I get the time. But coming to the topic of today's video, if you've been following the Journey to the Crown podcast series over on my channel where I've been interviewing the Femina Miss India contestants, then you know that this time I didn't want to rush into making my predictions off of the internet, off of social media profiles and making a hot picks list just for the sake of it. I actually wanted to get to know the contestants a lot better before I really speak about them and make my predictions. And now that I've been speaking to quite a few of the contestants, I've in fact interviewed some of them. I wasn't able to interview all of them due to their extremely busy schedule, and in fact as I film this video today, the contestants are having their last day in Mumbai and they're actually flying off to Manipur where the finale is happening for the first time in the history of the pageant, which is super exciting. But I've been following all of these contestants. I've seen the awards night. We've seen them perform on stage once already. I've been following their social media profiles pretty closely and also their social media takeovers over on the Miss India handle. And so now I feel like I've reached a place where I can confidently have some opinions about them. And so I think I'm ready to share my favorites with you all. I know this is a highly requested video. So now without any further delay and in no particular order, here goes. The first contestant who has made it to my list is Shreya Punja, who is in fact representing Delhi this time. Now, this is not my first time seeing Shreya at a pageant platform. We have seen Shreya perform along with Adeline Castellino back in Miss Diva 2020. And so you can definitely see that she has experience in the way she introduces herself in her official introduction video. And she also won the Miss Body Beautiful subtitle on awards night, which is a very well-deserved title because this hottie sure knows how to put in the games at the right places. And while I have been loving Shreya Punja, she's an extremely strong contender. But my personal feeling based on what I've seen in pageants over the last couple of years is I feel that Shreya is much better suited, and I feel like she just seemed like a better fit when she was competing in Miss Diva, and I feel like she's more suitable to send as a candidate to Miss Universe rather than Miss World, and that's just my personal opinion. As much as she is a strong contender, I feel like there's a better or a different platform that would suit her better, and so that's my opinion. But I do definitely see her making it to the top 12 because her performance has been consistent. You can see that she really wants to win the crown, and it's pretty evident in her consistency and her performance so far. The next contestant who has made it to my favorites is Navya, Femina Miss India Union Territory 2023. Now, I have had the opportunity to interview Navya as well on this channel. If you guys haven't seen this video, I'm going to link that over here. Definitely go watch that episode because there were so many references. We were discussing who does she look like the most, and to me personally, she reminds me of Sushmita Sen so much. And I fell in love with how much clarity this girl has when it comes to what is her reason and purpose to be competing in this pageant. She's a doctor, and I love that she talked about her work towards children in her introduction video as well. She has an absolutely stunning face. She's very photogenic, and in fact she won 3 subtitles at awards night. So I definitely see her making it to top 12. There's no doubt about that. She's also a phenomenal speaker. So I think she has the confidence, she has the face, and she has the purpose, the beauty, and everything that one needs in order to be the best representative our country can have for Miss World. The next contestant on my list is Christina, bijou, who is representing Kerala at the moment. And now winning the state title of Kerala in itself was not an easy task because I was personally there at the South Zonal auditions, and I know for a fact that Kerala was one of the strongest states from South India this time, and the fact that she competed and won against all of those top strong contenders is an achievement in itself. And this long-legged beauty really knows how to strut the ramp. She in fact did win the Miss Ramfok subtitle at the awards night as well, and her wardrobe is on point. She is definitely an influencer on social media and has a very strong online presence, and I feel like that's something that will definitely help her stand out as well. And she has that stage aura when she walks, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing her make it to top 12, and in fact maybe even top 3 too. My next favorite for the crown is Tanya, who is representing Uttar Pradesh this year. Now, Tanya actually reminds me of Harnaz back in 2019 because she has this super pretty doll-like face. And when I saw her take over the Miss India handle, I just really got Harnaz vibes from her, and I can see that Tanya is that great commercial face for the organization. She's extremely soft-spoken. She also has a great body, and overall I think she's a strong contender and an overall package for the Miss India organization. I do feel that she might be a little too young or naive, but that doesn't mean that she can't be molded into someone who is even stronger and bold and fierce for an international platform, and so I definitely hope to see her in top 12 too. The next contestant on my list is Megan, who is representing Karnataka this year. Now, this girl, I have to say, she's my personal favorite because I love her energy. I love the way she speaks. I had a crush on her the day she took over the Miss India social media handle, and it was so entertaining to see the type of content that she was putting out. She's one of those naturally engaging speakers. You can just look at her, and also one of the most photogenic faces of this batch. And so it's not surprising at all when we saw her win the Miss Photogenic subtitle on awards night. Now, my only concern with respect to Megan is what is her citizenship, because if she's not an Indian citizen, then that takes away her chances of winning the main Miss World crown. But if that's not an issue with her, then I definitely would want to see Megan at Miss World, because I think what she brings to the table, her personality, it's unmatched. My next favorite is Irene. Now, this girl, I do want to steal her wardrobe firstly, especially when she does her get ready with me videos, and even when she took over. I just want to see her dress up, and that's like a really interesting and engaging part of my day. And this girl oozes confidence, I must say, especially her introduction video. I love the way that she commands attention both on screen and in person. And while I haven't gotten the chance to interview her due to her schedule, but she came across as someone really personable even over our chat messages itself. And so I think that we are definitely looking forward to at least one crown from the Northeast India region this year, and I think Irene could be the girl that takes it. The next contestant who has made it to my list is Tanashree. Now, this is your swimwear girl, because my god, that body and those poses. I have been stalking and binge scrolling through her social media just because of the amazing shoots that this girl has done. And she recently, in fact, launched her own swimwear brand with her mom, which definitely gives her that entrepreneurial experience, which I think is super handy, especially when you have to brand yourself in a pageant at this level. So I think that adds to her skill set. One of the reasons I am a little concerned for Tanashree is solely because of the smile makeover process, that it seems like she hasn't gone through that. And now I don't think that should be a reason to not, give someone that platform and title. But she's competing with so many strong contenders from this batch that I feel like that could be one of the reasons that she misses the top 3 spot. Next up on my list is Pratika. Now, this girl has been standing out to me with the warm vibes that she gives out, and she seems to be one of the kindest and most congenial contestants of the batch. She also stands out to me solely because of her height, because boy does she literally stand out, and also her painting talent performance, which I absolutely loved. It's been years since we've seen someone paint during talent round. I personally related to it so much because I had submitted painting as my talent back in my zonal audition stage, and I could not really do the speed painting process on stage, and Pratika managed to pull that off, so I was so happy for her. And I love that she gives me the vibe that she's just very comfortable in her own skin and who she is, and always wanting to be a cheerleader for all the other girls as well. She's not having that unhealthy competitive spirit in her, and she's not trying too hard to stand out. And all this aside, I think she's gonna make a great runway model, and so I definitely expect to see her in top 12. The next contestant on my list is Amisha Basera. She is one of the first girls that I had started speaking to when I started the Journey to the Crown podcast series, and when she landed in Mumbai, since that day up till now, I feel like she's only evolved drastically in a good way in the pageant. You know, the way she does her hair, her wardrobe, her styling, all of that has become better every single day. She's always been a great speaker, and I love that it helps her, come out as a very natural speaker in front of the camera. Her introduction video again was one of the best videos that I had seen. In fact, I had noticed her ever since her grooming days, and she's always been a good speaker. She would stand out even in the behind the scene videos that I used to see of her. And fun fact, remember the girl in the picture with Virat Kohli that went viral a few years ago? Amisha Basera is that girl. And so overall, having gone through Amisha's profile, I think apart from Megan, if there's one contestant that I feel will definitely do justice to representing India at the Miss World stage, it's gonna be Amisha. The next contestant, who is one of my favorites, is Apoorva. Now, this contestant, she reminds me of Rubal Shekhawat so much. I feel like there's so much resemblance in their facial features, and she's also coming across as this cute, balanced, holistic performing candidate for me. She has a strong online presence, and she knows how to stand out, and she's always looking the part of a beauty queen, which I really like, because I haven't seen Apoorva not look like she's showing up any single day of the pageant, which I think is something that really shows the consistency of the effort that you put in. And so I feel like Apoorva is also someone who I feel like could be one of the runner-ups of the competition, solely because of the value that she brings to the table. This next contestant on my list had been the underdog in the early days of the pageant. I'm talking about Nikith, but when she performed on the awards night stage, she blew everyone away, and I think that's where I finally took notice of her. And she's been acting for years, which makes her a super expressive person. In fact, later on when she took over the Miss India handle, she's definitely coming out of her shell, or maybe she's just shining a lot more now in the second half of the pageant, which is a smart strategy as well. But I think her acting experience really helps her. In fact, she looked amazing in her official shoot as well, and I think she again can be one of the top 3 contenders for the crown. She has one of the prettiest faces, is a great speaker, has a really high energy that she brings to a room, and engages everyone along with her. Sini Shetty actually has quite the same personality as well, so I feel how Nikith could be another girl who does the same. And the last contestant who has made it to my list is Zanmi from Sikkim. Now, Zanmi is also one of the candidates who I got the chance to interview, and her conversation was so raw and vulnerable, and I love how she's not pretending to be someone else at all. I absolutely loved the way she speaks, and in fact, she's the doll of the batch, if I have to say. She reminds me of Roshni Dada from Miss India 2019 batch, our batch, who later went on to win India's Next Top Model as well. And I have a feeling Zanmi can be that girl too, because she has her own unique style and personality. And like she mentioned in her interview, her mother was one of the first Miss Sikkims. So winning pageants just runs in her blood. And all I would want for Zanmi is to just be a little more confident in the way she speaks. And I want her to know that she's a strong contestant. And I feel like someone who's so strong on the inside also needs to be able to exhibit that confidence. And if Zanmi can figure that out, I think she's unstoppable. And so those are my 12 favorites for Femina Miss India 2023. This was not an easy list to make because this batch is super strong, and I might sound vain, but I feel like this batch is the strongest batch that we've had after Miss India 2019, our batch. But that is also why I see so many resemblance and matches from the 2019 and the 2023 batch, and I am super happy that these people are having the OG Miss India format. They're getting the whole on-ground experience, and they're having the finale in Manipur, which is super exciting. It's such a bummer that I'm not in India to be able to attend the event, But I wish all of the contestants the very best of luck and may the best girl win. If you guys enjoyed watching this video, then definitely give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel because I'm going to post a lot more content as well. And in the comments, let me know who are your favorites for Femina Miss India and did I miss out anyone strong. As always, I love you guys so much and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye bye.